Good evening, classy people. How y'all doing? My name is Wayne Bolden. I am your Speed King. We're here to do the Pat O'Brien Stakes in Del Mar on Saturday. It's a grade 2, 7 furlongs. It's a field of 10. And, you know, some very nice sprinters in there. You know the cast of characters. Before we dial right into this here stake race on Saturday out there where the turf meets the surf, I ask you to subscribe to our channel. Support us each and every way that you can. Please give a shout out to my boy out there in Philly, Bob Stewart. Hey, Bobby, thanks a bunch, man, for the shirt, the donation, and the support. But as always, join the membership, each and every one of you. Support us so we can stay on the air to bring you good content. And by the way, up in Saratoga, the John Call Stakes today, Wednesday. That's right. Did you see it? 9th race. Guess what? Serve the King. Our top pick, 3-1. We scored. Nice deal. Let's dial into the Mr. Pat O'Brien Stakes. Field of 10 on Saturday. That's right. 7 panels. The number 1 horse is Ginobili. Ginobili is a very nice 4-year-old. I always had a little weakness for Ginobili all the way back to his 3-year-old season. He's has 12 starts, only 2 wins, and 1 second and 1 third. And he's trained by Richard Baltus and Munnings. I liked this horse when he was a 2-year-old and a 3-year-old. He did run second in the St. Vincent Stakes to Nadal. And he was just very inconsistent, Ginobili. And until they gelded him last year, May 2nd, was it last year? Yeah, last year, May 2nd, he became a little more consistent. Running in the turf twice, speed figures were okay. They brought him out as a 4-year-old, which he is now, obviously, May, after a 217-day layoff between his 3-year-old year and his 4-year-old year. They bring him back in an allowance on the turf. He runs 8th. They bring him back in an allowance race on the dirt on June 19th at Santa Anita, and he runs 4th. And then he had a breakout race on the 17th of July right here at Del Mar going a flat mile, and he ran out of the TV screen. That's a huge race for Ginobili. It was only allowance horses, but there is an upside. Speed figures are okay and tremendous actually on this horse. So number 1, Ginobili, is a very nice horse in this spot, even though he does not have the black type that most of these in here do. Ginobili just hasn't been in recently against horses that are in here like CZ Rocket, Flash Staff, 8 Rings, and like that. But I like Ginobili a little bit here as well. The number 2 horse, Hal Belt, is a very nice 4-year-old, 20 starts, 6 wins. That's right. Mark Glatt is the trainer. Speed figures on the number 2. Hal Beta is very good. They're okay. They're consistent. He's coming off of 2 wins. Got a nice break of 34 days. Me particularly in this spot, I don't like the number 2 here, so we're going to go ahead and throw him off the ticket. We don't like him. And sure, you could use him underneath, but I'm not using him. I'm not using him on top. All right, so I'm not doing it. The number 3 horse, Surfing Star. Well, Surfing Star need to do better than this. Surfing Star, the number 3 horse, has 14 starts, 3 wins, 3 seconds, and 2 thirds. This horse is by Surf Cat, and Headley is the trainer, and the speed figures are just horrible on the 2 and the 3. You know, so Surfing Star, we don't like him either. Let me just throw him right off the ticket. So the 2 and 3 we don't like in the Pat O'Brien Stakes, right? No, we take a stand. We don't like them. All right, so the number 4 horse, Momosa. Momosa, 17 starts, 4 wins. That's right, 4 seconds and 3 thirds. Money making Mike making money maker. This is a Mike Maker's horse, and anytime you put him on the track, you better pay attention. The number 4 Mimosa, right, it is a 4-year-old, 17 starts, like I said, with 4 wins. Darn near banked $500,000. Speed figures are consistent. Ran 2nd in the, ran 4th in the San Diego Stakes, a grade 2 right here on July 17th behind Express Train and Tripoli. Tripoli is your Pacific Classic winner. So this may be a key race that Mimosa's coming out of, right? July 17th. Hey, You know, that San Diego Stakes, the grade 2. Yeah, Triple E ran second, Royal Ship ran third, and of course you folks know who won the race, Express Train. The race before then, um, you know, Momosa ran, he beat CZ Rocket 2 back, right? And I mean, that's not nothing to sneeze at. We know Pete Miller done with that CZ Rocket, so yeah, this is a very, very nice horse here. Momosa, and of course it's Mike Maker, and you know everything that Mike's been putting on the track has been running very, very well. So of course Momosa is one of the win contenders in here. Speed figures are always consistent. The horse almost banked $500,000 going in. The horse is coming off of a 42-day freshening. I expect Momosa to make some noise in it. Got black type all through his racing. Yeah, black type everywhere, you know. This horse, yeah, this is a very, very nice horse. Momosa is very tough in this race. I wouldn't leave him off my ticket. And 8 Rings, trained by Mr. Baffert. That's right, the one and only Big Bob. Big Bob Baffert got 8 rings, and I think it's reflective of our boys up north there in New England, Belichick and company. Well, 8 Rings has always been touted, has 8 starts and only 2 wins as a 4-year-old. This horse has kind of been managed. And I think he might have some problems. I don't like this horse in this spot at all. I never was a big fan of 8 Rings. More hype and nothing to do with it. So we're going to take Bob Baffert and his 8 Rings and Belichick and throw the number 5 horse off the ticket. Well, the number 6 horse, Classier, that's who you folks are. You're classier than most viewers. We got the best, classiest people on YouTube right here at the SpeedKing Network. So the number 6 horse, Classier, the last speed figure is just absolutely awesome. Beat Defunded in the Derby, in the Louisiana Derby, over there at Los Alamitos on July 4th. That was 4th of July. Very, very nice. Mike Smith was up in the orange. This is a Bob Baffert's trainee as well. 4 starts and 2 wins. Hey, I would use this horse. I would use the number 6 horse, Classier, underneath, and I wouldn't be mad at you if you use them on the top and you're getting a very, very good price. So I'm not mad at you. The number 7 horse, Brickyard Ride. Well, Mr. Brickyard, 4-year-old, has 17 starts with 8 wins. No, you didn't just say that. I just said it. I said Brickyard Ride, 4-year-old, by Clubhouse Ride, has 17 lifetime starts and 8 of them are winners. That's awfully good. He's banking more, almost 50% of his wins. And like I said every time, anybody that wins 50% of their wins, 50% of anything, is a high win probability, and we need to take a look at Brickyard Ride. Trained by Craig Lewis, Joey B up? Nope. Joe Bravo's up? Nope. Mr. Hernandez is up, right? A very, very nice speed job. This horse is going to be on the lead. Okay? I believe Brickyard Ride is going to be on the lead. He's going to be your engine. I believe that. This horse's speed figures are awesome. They're consistent. He does what he does. Obviously, just looking at his record with 17 starts and 8 of them being wins, 1 second and 1 third, he don't do nothing but get his photograph taken. He knows where the winning circle is. Brickyard Ride obviously is a big, big time win contender in this spot. Grade 2 Pat O'Brien Stakes. That's right. The number 7 horse, Brickyard Ride. You would be very foolish to leave this one off your ticket. And the number 8 horse is another tough horse. That's right, Flagstaff. This here 4-year-old, this old man, this 7-year-old gelding has 20 starts with 7 wins, 6 seconds, and 3 thirds. By the way, 16 of the 20 starts he's been in the money. He's banked more than $1 million. The name of the horse is Flagstaff, the number 8. This is a very, very talented field. Flagstaff is very, very nice. Just like Brickyard Ride. 7 and 8 is very hard here, y'all. It's hard to get around them. Joey B is up on this one, and John Sadler, who can't do nothing wrong these days. I tell you right now, you know, Flagstaff is really good. Here's a stat for you. Joe Bravo and John Sadler is clicking at a 38% win percentage together. Jock Trainer, Sandler, and Bravo, 38%. They're red hot. Yeah, Mr. Sandler is red hot, and Joey's just as hot. So again, Flagstaff, I'm very, very high on. This is a very, very nice horse. Brickyard Ride, the number 7 is very, very nice. And hey, I ain't mad at you. And the number 9 horse is a Pete Miller, Pistol Pete's horse. That's right, CZ Rocket. Y'all all know him. 7 years old. I think he's lost a step. I think CZ Rocket has lost a step. I think the thrill is gone, BB King. I think the thrill is gone with CZ Rocket. I'm going to go ahead and throw my guy Pete Miller off the ticket. I don't like CZ Rocket in this spot. I just don't. I think he's an older dude like me, and his better days, but my better days ain't behind me. I believe his better race days is behind him. CZ Rocket. I'm throwing him out. I don't like him. Not in this spot. Not against Brickyard Ride and Flagstaff. Now, can Pete Miller pull out something? All the time. But he won't do it with me today. And the last horse in this race, of course, is the number 10 horse, California Street, 17 start, 2 wins, 2 seconds, and 2/3. This horse is by Street Boss. Speed figures are horrible on the number 10 horse. You can't throw the number 10 horse, California Street, out fast enough. This is Patty Gallagher's horse. Nothing against Patty. I've cashed a lot of tickets. But I don't like the 10 at all. And that's California Street. So, what do we know here? Well, I tell you what we know here. I know they're going to be in there on CZ Rocket. Me and you, or at least I did. Maybe you didn't. I'm throwing CZ Rocket out, at least in the top spot. The 2 top horses in the race to me is Brickyard Ride, number 1, because he's the engine. And the second horse that really looks good in the past performance is Flagstaff. But I'm going to throw a wrinkle in this today. Huh? Because we all know all these horses, the Brickyard Rides, the Flagstaff, and of course CZ Rocket, who's been around forever. Right? Momosa, who's another nice horse in this race. There's some very nice, and he got 8 rings. He'll take money because it's Bob Baffert, who I hate 8 rings in this spot. I'm going to take it and shake it up here. I'm going to take an up-and-coming horse that I've always liked, back when he was a 2-year-old and a 3-year-old, running second to Nadal. After they gelded him, I believe he got a little bit better. He's got really, that's the only black type he has in the St. Vincent back as a 3-year-old when he ran second to Nadal. I'm going to go ahead and take Ginobili. Wow, the Speed King, your Speed King is up the tree, and I'm out on the limb. This is a tough spot. There's some very, very nice horses in here. Obviously, starting with CZ Rocket, right? And of course, Brickyard Ride, who could just flat out motor out of the gate. And of course, Flagstaff with Joey B up in Sadler. John Sadler is red hot out there in California. And then you got 8 rings. You got to respect Bob because you know he's bringing them to the dance. And Momosa, that's right, the number 4 horse. And the Speed King is taking an allowance horse. I don't read allowance horses. I read speed figures. If they have the numbers to run, I don't care. I'm not the class guy. Okay, that's for the old timers. I don't do that. If the speed figures say that they can compete in the current race that they're in, I like them. I like Ginobili here. Now, there's no secret for me to give you CZ Rocket. There's no secret for me to give you Flagstaff. There's no secret for me to give you Brickyard. You don't need me to handicap those horses for you, right? Unless they're going to tower over the field like Rinaldi up in Saratoga on Saturday, right? Or make mischief. You don't need me to give you those obvious horses that come to these dances all the time. I see a young horse who only has 12 starts in Ginobili. I know he ran second to Nadal, an old Bob Baffert horse that they really, really liked back in the day. And I believe once they gelded this horse as a 3-year-old, got him off the turf, and coming off his last race on July 17th, even though it was just an allowance race and it's a nice speed figure, I'm going to take a shot with Ginobili. So Ginobili shoots and he scores. So there's your Speed King. There's your Pat O'Brien. I gave you what I like in the race. Of course, you know Flagstaff's there. Of course, you know the Speedster Brickyard Ride is there. Of course, you know that ZZ Rocket with Pete, Money Making Pete on the bottom. And the Speed King is coming up with Ginobili. I'm going to look for value here. I think this horse is improving. I'm going to be all over Ginobili. There you go. Tell me what you think in the Pat O'Brien Stakes on Saturday, Del Mar, where the turf meets the surf. As always, folks, our disclaimer is down there, you know, under the description. And as always, stay classy in all you do. And I need you to do me a favor. Stay classy and don't ever change. We're heading towards a big weekend. I got 3 or 4 more videos to put out. That's right. None bigger than the Travers. That's right. It's coming. Up there at Saratoga. The biggest weekend of them all up there. Up there where, you know, it's very, very nice in the summertime. So there you go. We're taking Ginobili. Stay classy. If the people go low, you go high. I'll be back to you folks. Stay out of trouble and stay classy. Have some fun. Let's go with Ginobili.